how do I tell my adult children? There was a little bit more to the question, but it's gone right super up now. But that was the crux of the question. How do I tell my adult children?
Yeah, and this is common. We actually work with adult children. That's one of Sarah's, one of your specialties, right? Working with the adult children of the parents. Um, what we want to focus on when we're talking about telling children, we have to first of all make it age appropriate. Second of all, the betrayed and the unfaithful partner must agree on what is going to be told. You cannot just have one person of either of them, whether it's the betrayed or the unfaithful, just going out there and sharing this story. Both the betrayed and the unfaithful have to have a very, very deep conversation about what's going to be shared. There's another couple I'm working with right now. They're going through this. We have spent in session now four separate sessions together, the three of us. And I'm only doing that because we're working on disclosure to children. Otherwise, it's always individual therapy. But we have now spent 4 sessions, just to give you context, on how to talk to their adult children. They have 3 adult children. I think they have 2 grandchildren now. And one daughter is pregnant, actually. So working with a professional on how to do this can really, really help a lot. Age appropriate, both people have to be on the same page. And if there's more than one adult child, you need to decide, are you going to tell all of them at once? Are you going to tell one at a time, depending on, again, certain circumstances? What do you tell them? Each child will want different information most of the time. So when we told our 2 children, now they were not adults. They're adults now. But they certainly were not adults then. One of our children wanted to know everything. The other one never wanted to talk about it. And that's okay. Be prepared for that. That's why talking this through in sessions, maybe even with Sarah, since Sarah's the one that is going to be, that is usually the one working with the adult children. And not that the adult children need, 6 months of therapy, but they usually need a couple sessions just to process what has happened. So that's really what I would recommend, working with a professional, but making a decision together about what details should be shared. You need to be prepared to tell all, but you don't tell all unless it's asked. I guess that's the best general answer I can give without knowing the specific details. Because there's a lot of other factors, right? What kind of acting out was it? Were the children exposed to this affair partner? Again, what's the lifestyle of each of the children? Is it going to be face-to-face through a Zoom call? There's a lot of factors. It's not just, I'm going to go tell my kids on Saturday at 2:00. This is a very delicate thing and should be handled with a professional. I hope that helps.
So, yeah, and I think just adding there, Beth,
please.
Just if the adult children come to therapy sessions with somebody that's trained within the, betrayal trauma world, there might be those questions that lead to why, those really deep questions about why people act like they act. And that's such a great platform to be able to educate them on, those deep emotional wounds that kind of push people's behaviors and lead them to act how they act. And I think ultimately, with that reconciliation, if the couple are hoping to reconcile, then ultimately that's a good thing for both partners, because they're getting that outside perspective, that unbiased perspective. And I think that's really important for then, to move forward and just have that little bit of education about and get that little bit of emotional therapy themselves to start to understand why people behave, how they behave. And I think it is super important to get that betrayal that betrayal perspective. So yeah, I just wanted to add that in there.